Oh my goodness, why would you be his wife, bro? Oh my goodness, damn! That I'm so glad for the first round I was with that. Had to make sure my mic was correctly setted. Um, 1, 2, 3. Hello, my lovely emperors. Is Winnie.co with the sideways E. Welcome to my channel, and today we are back to eat a god. And this is well, okay. So this big Kahuna right here. Well, he just disappeared. Nalle's route. I actually had to search up how to access his route because I didn't know how to access it. I didn't know how to get to his route. Obviously, you can see like in the other video, and I thought maybe that I had to. Well, obviously, you had to do something to access his route, and I cannot find my glasses. What the heck? Oh, I dead serious cannot see. Where my glasses at? Hold on, hold on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Fix it, everything, fix it, everything, fix it, everything. Alright, I found my glasses. I found my glasses. I found my glasses. So I know how to access his route, so we're gonna get into that. Let's get into that to access his route. Obviously. So this lady right here we know is the mother, based on going through Septon's route. Going through his route, we figure out who's the mother. So this is the mother, and obviously the father abandoned him. So let's open my eyes. We see Nale. Ask what's going on, and we're gonna give him our name. Let's go. Enter. Look away, because he'll kill us if we keep looking. And how to access his thing. So we're gonna have him. What is that pose? We're gonna have him at this one. We're gonna have it at 3. And I'm gonna try to like stop pausing so much. I'm just like have PDHD of my computer just randomly not saving stuff. Do what you ask, and we're gonna skip, 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 skip. So what we gotta do here is we gotta introduce ourselves as the player instead of like because we did this and we tried to click on him, it didn't give us to it. So like off the video it says like we have to click this, and that's how we can get access to our Pookie right here. So we're gonna click him, and we try to say his name. Ooh, okay, there we go. Wait, is that called? You were told not to do anything outside of what is splendid. Stupended? Scripted. Oh, wait, scripted. We're gonna search up what that word means. Like, we're gonna search what that word means because I never seen this word in my life, and also, probably gotta search up how to say it. I think, is this simulated? Oh, simulated. I'm, because I put the first 4 letters, and it was, okay, simulated. He knows that he can use you however he pleases. Who? Something's wrong. This shouldn't happen. Oh. Hi! I finally have you for myself, my apprentice. It cost me a lot to get into the code and change it, but in the end, I was able to do it. Too bad I don't have much energy right now. I have eaten most of the code, and had that has cost me almost all my energy. Although I have a little left to be able to chat for a bit. Let's be clear, I realized a long time ago and that I don't exist. I'm just made of code. I can't materialize in your world. I didn't care before, but your presence is addictive? Is Your presence is addictive. The attention you give me is so too. When you run the game, I'm no longer surrounded by a dark void, but instead of a small window open that intimates light and warmth. It feels less lonely. I want you to stay with me. Oh, but those two can steal you away. When I find their files, it will just be me. It will just be you and me. Wait, you're not gonna delete my stuff, right? Oh, shit, it's time to go back. You're going to act like nothing happened, and I'll take care of the rest. Trust me. Oh, without saying any more than that, the dark place lights up, revealing the hotel dining room once more. With the other two mirrorized, Seto looks at you with a raised eyebrow while Udon holds back a laugh. Did the gift say Nula's name? I don't believe it. Well, while Udon laughs, Septon has a serious expression. Mother forbids you to take any gift. This summon cannot be possible. I demand that you give me the gift and I will keep it. Oh, I'm very sorry, but here we are governed by words, and my presence has been requested. With that being said, Noah takes your hand and, securing his grip, sinks you into the ground. Bro, I'm being dragged. A dark portal opens beneath your feet and quickly engulfs you, preventing any reaction from Septon and Udon. Oh my goodness, we got kidnapped. And what is angle? Suddenly, you are surrounded by nothingness, total darkness, and if it weren't for Nale's strong grip, you would have been panicking. I'm still panicking. Dang. You observed him for a moment. He seems focused on inspecting something that you clearly cannot see, as there is currently nothing around you. Simply nothingness itself. Uh, you know what? Sure. Without thinking twice, you wrapped your body around Nale in the embrace. You entangled yourself with him, hands and arms around his neck. Wait, no, hands and arms. Did I say legs by accident? Hands and arms around his neck, your head on his shoulders, and your legs crossed around his lower torso. You lied to yourself, saying it's only out of fear of falling, and in part, that's true. Okay. Uh, Jaja? Jaja? I'm scared that I'm gonna say this incorrectly. I gotta pull out my phone. Cause you know who isn't Siri ain't not Siri, Alexa's mean to me. uh ja what, meaning what does that mean? Uh Jaja is a primary the Spanish ha. Oh, he's laughing. Okay, where Spanish J sounds like a H. Oh, he's laughing at me. Haha. We'll return to my domain. It will be hard for them to find its location, so we'll have plenty of time for explanations. I prefer that we sit down peacefully with some kind of appetizer to replenish my energy as well as that of your puppet. Oh, Nola uh, glance scans your eyes. Hmm. It's a shame that I can only see you through the eyes of this puppet. If only I could figure the puppet to only look at me while we're together, so I can appreciate you for so I can appreciate you for as long as I want. Oh, you hear you hear and feel Nola's feet touch the ground. A light then light and color surround you both, leaving you momentarily blind. We arrived. Oh, he announces as he sets you onto the ground. You take the opportunity to confirm if this is just the same place where you appeared and is this it's what externally it is. Nele's size makes you look at him to see what's going on. I apologize for the state of my domain, but I can't afford the luxury of having a stable domain like the others. After all, Mother doesn't care about this place, and the creator left it in a state similar to Scratch. So I have no way to change it. Okay, so that's so okay. Everybody else's look more fleshed out in design, while his is like sketches. He sounds regretful, though his face doesn't show it, as as he still has a smile fixed on his lips. Without saying another word, Nole begins to walk towards the kitchen. You follow him automatically. Now in the kitchen, Nole rummages through the counters and drawers looking for ingredients to cook. Something you assume must be sweet. He takes out a sugar and coffee from one of the cupboards, and while searching, he speaks. In the past, when I had another name, I could help you, but eat something sweet after every meal. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, another name? What does he mean by that? You want to ask to satisfy your curiosity, but for now, you'll save it for later. Oh, no, you need to know now. Why? Why? You just went back on your word. You had another name? Nelly starts rummaging through one of the drawers in front of him to look at you. Yes. And he resumes searching through the drawers. I had a defined name and another name of origin. You already know one and the other. I can't tell you. Your names are double-edged sword when evoked, at least for those who has a body that is not entirely divine. Both your puppet acceptance as well as I suffer from that. X, what does he means? Uh, what happens if the name is spoken? For you and your puppet, they'll terminate the connection with you, preventing you from continuing here. In Septon's case, his body would stop functioning, and his eyes would stop protecting him. Eyes? Here, the eyes are a protective barrier. Septon has 7 of them, in the shape of a halo. Unan has 3. One originally his, and 2 more he stole from Kortar. So the moon girl. Uh, although his original eye remains permanently closed for protection, how paranoid. Septon. Septon? That's right. Septon has the same condition as you and your puppet. So the only way to subdue him is by pronouncing his name. I can't pronounce it because of fundamental rules of the gardens, but if you know it, maybe. Oh, wait. So his puppet's name is Raphael. I know the puppet's name. Does the puppet have another name? Yes, after all, you're just someone borrowing a body. And here, all bodies have souls. The only difference is that now your puppets almost no longer has the identity of its own, since I have taken it away. So I can address you directly and avoid problems. What's their name? If I tell you, you'll stop having connection to be able to interact with this world. So I won't tell you. Okay, we asked about the puppet. Let's stop asking. Well, for now, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't have want to bored you with so much information about a world that is about to end. It would be a waste of time. And from what I understand, you're not here for that reason, or at least that's not the main objective. And main objective? I don't even know my main objective. After all, you downloaded this called out. After all, you downloaded this game because it was advertised as a visual novel where you can find characters. How should I put it? In somewhat of a disturbed idea of love. In somewhat disturbed idea of love. Uh, or am I mistaken? Nelly doesn't let you argue back. He is calling me out. He literally called me out. It's not that it bothers me at all. Not at all. I mean, I would have willingly do anything to have your attention for as long as possible. And to be able to look at your cute face through the eyes of this puppet. Aw, thank you. But that's not enough for me. The conversation dies there. Nelly finished preparing the dessert, which turns out to be a two these punctuations. I need to go back to learn English again. Because my English is not Englishing. I don't think that's English. Okay. Go sit at the table and I'll bring the rest. To say you obey his instructions and sit at the table waiting for Nule. Not more than 5 minutes passes before Nule appears with 2 plates in his hands. As he approaches the table, he sets down the plate before sitting across from you. Guys, the mother who took it. There's a bag of trash in the front of the door. Can you please take it out when you leave? Please. I don't have classes today. Damn. It's been a long time since I sat down to eat with someone. It feels nice. Uh, wait for permission. Oh, shoot. It looks at you with the awkward smile and a creative eyebrow. Do you think I'm something? You don't have to wait for my command to do the obvious. Embarrassed, you apologize and prepare to try the dessert. After all, I'm not the one who gives you orders. As you eat, Nale doesn't take his eyes off of you, and it becomes a bit difficult to stay calm. A crucial thought crosses your mind. You can't help but think about asking him what his objective is and why is he really needs you. Well, honestly, you doubt that it's just your company and attention that he's looking for. Something inside you doesn't fully believe him. No matter how much you like him, characters like this always have a hidden motive. Huh? I see that your puppet is trying to impose a thought to make you doubt. Wait, okay, yeah, what something says, our puppet reacts differently than how we feel. I was okay, so now reading this, I see the puppet is trying to impose a thought to make you doubt. I wasn't doubting you until I read the text. So, oh, okay, so the all right, so I don't know if it's the game that's supposed to make him look like the bad guy, and I don't know. I don't know. It put my in my thought to have one side narrative of him. I don't yo, this is good, not gonna lie. Shit. It seems impossible to completely eliminate the will of this thing. All right, let's begin. I wouldn't want to hide things from you. Your cooperation is external to me. I want to make a deal with you. We both win here. Uh, what what do I gain? Hmm. Spending time with me. It's not that I'm being narcissistic, but I've seen how you look at me. There's a reason you're still here with me. You're not wrong, but I just need to do your route. What I'm looking for is the destruction of this world. Oh, from 7 to 0, so there's nothing at all remains. I'm tired of this, and your presence doesn't make up for it, as it's nothing more than its internal. What? Something beautiful, a light at the end of the valley, but an infernal. Oh my goodness. I don't want to pull out my phone to pause to search, but at this point you'll close the window and leave me once again in nothingness. What were the words of the creator after mother creates the puppet? Ah, yes, the garden, a place used as a test. A disposal place once you are done playing it, for you, but not for me. Because after closing the game, the garden remains on pause, forcing us to live in a constant agony where no one can die and can mingle such agony. We must seek resources from the other worlds that will also neglect by the creator. We implanted ourselves in their culture as God of creation and forbid consume their faith, or as you know it, the essence. It is found through the human body, but the heart is where it felt the strongest. The festival of candles is nothing more than just excuse to choose the humans who will be served to the symbols. But in order not to exhaust the resources so quickly, Mother resorts in creating placeables. Your puppet is a placeable, although today I will use it as a means to extermination. Whoa. Tell me more. It feels good to be heard. You make me blush. You see, the puppet has became means of confirmation thanks to you. Having some from the higher plane observe and read everything that is happening allows for a change. Without you, I cannot eliminate everything, as there is no one to confirm that change. It's like a paradox of a falling tree. If the tree falls in the forest and there's no one to see or hear it, does it make a sound? Yes? Uh, yes? Hmm. The answer is no. Oh, wait. The answer is no. For the sound to exist, someone must be precise it. For example, you can't prove that the moon is there when no one is looking at it. Yo. I remember as a kid I thought that never mind. Let's continue reading. To be precise and to be precise did. Think of this way. We didn't exist until you found us. And we kept changing as you stayed here in the game. In the event that you leave early or abandon us, we will remain just as how you left us. Oh, so the pauses and the saves without the right to change in a permanent limbo. I've been in this state for more than 4 years, and I can't take it anymore. And what I want is to avoid that. I need your puppet to devour the symbols. Huh? I swear, I'll put a show worthy of you. Do you accept? Noah extends his hand for Shake, thus stealing the deal. Okay, we continue it. You accept slowly, shaking his hand, and Noah simply smiles. The deal must be concealed within 7 days. One symbol per day, leaving the last day for Septon. For today, for today we'll rest. Tomorrow, when you're ready, we'll begin the hunt. For you are completely free to roam around my domain. Oh my goodness. Without further ado, Noel disappears from the table. Let's explore. We're exploring. Why we find bro? Let's go to the second floor before we ask. You walk down the hall and leads to the kitchen. You find the stairs. You go upstairs because you're curious to know what's up there. It's nothing but sketches. There is too many doors, but they're all locked. No matter how hard you try, they won't budge. You walk down the hall until you reach a room with the door open. You enter and realize there's a room with a single bed. You suppose this must be Nole's. Or maybe mine. You looked at the bed. It looks very soft, so soft. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. I told myself I would not be pausing so much. Lie down for a while. You can't stand it. You just throw yourself into the bed. Indeed, it's very soft and very cuddly. You stay there for a long time. You wonder where Nole is. This seems to be his room after all. Can we go outside? You hear the entrance of the house so you can leave. You just want to look around. You know where you are well. So to get surprised later, you put your hands on the doorknob and open it. Yeah, and the door's getting closed. What? There's nothing. You walked along the left of the ground and you realize there is blackness surrounding the house. It's emptiness. You think what if you could step foot there, you'll be swallowed by the unknown. And today you don't feel like dying. So you go back in the house. Yup, sorry. Let's Nelly to spend time with you. You look for Nelly around the house, but you can't find him. He's not even on the first floor or second floor. And the only place you can think of is go outside. You walk around, there's nothing. Can we evoke his name? I don't wa- I did evoke his name? You take a deep breath to call his name. Nole! You got no answer. Wow, that sounds pretty awkward. Even more that when Nole shows no signs of appearing. You wait a little longer. Nole! You raise your voice a little more in the point of shouting. Do you need anything? Nole appears behind you, catching you off guard and making you jump. Ah, the puppet's scared. Winnie, do you need anything from me? I just want to spend the rest of the day with you. Oh, you're making it difficult for me, but I can't say no to you. There is a long silence between Nole decided to respond. All right, we can spend the day outside my domain. There's not much to do here. What do you think? Sure, why not? Oh my goodness! No, it's not an option. No, it's not an option. Uh, yes, yes, yes. I think you'll say yes. Oh, don't worry. We'll leave sealed. We'll leave sealed so the others won't find us. Something must be panicking, so Nelly put his hands together and your surrounding begins to turn black and your feet stop touching the ground. Hey, I'm not falling, I'm scared. It's been a long time since I left my domain. Well, the truth is that I haven't done anything for a long time. Not more than just 5 seconds passes when you feel your feet touch the ground again, and as the emptiness dissipate, you can see how structures and landscapes gradually started to form around you. Whoa! You find yourself at a coffee shop with tables full of people, both outside and inside the premises. Nale, without paying attention to the people, decided to go directly to one of the empty tables outside the shop. You follow him intensely. When you arrive, he gives you a single look to confirm that he has your attention. As if appearing out of nowhere, the table is suddenly filled with sweets and 2 cups of tea, which gives off a steam from the rest of the heat. Go ahead. He pulls out the chair for you so you can sit down like a gentleman. Ah, yeah. Oh, wait. Damn. I couldn't see my mouse for a second. Once settled, you realize that Nele is looking at the street as some nostalgia. Before I like to walk around the other domains to observe their people. I wonder what it would be like to them. What dreams or goals do they have their purpose? Not anymore. Why is that? Because I realized that they're nothing more than illusions. Ooh, Nele sighs. They are there for a show. They're not entities with their own consciousness. Just a mask that serves to uh de- decor- decorate the scene. Decorate the scene. Nele takes his eyes off the street to look at you. What do you think would happen if I pull out a gun and Yo! What on earth? Yo, that was so out of nowhere. Of course, the mass of people will react, but no more than that. Nothing would happen because neither the creator nor you care. Absolutely nothing. There will be no real consequences or real loss. Surely the poor being will not be able to have a name, nor a family, nor dreams. Nothing. Well, we're not here for me to talk about things that doesn't interest you now. But it's a shame that I can't listen to you, nor do you have the possibility of writing to me so I can understand you. Dang, I can. Just those damn dialogues options. Something very one-sided. But I'm satisfied that looking at you through the glass. Nelly takes a sip of tea and slams his free hand onto the table. Ugh, it's bitter. The face that he makes you laugh a little. You don't like it? I can't stand bitter flavors. Now you can confirm that Nale has a sweet tooth. He's me for real. I don't like bitter taste. I'm not a huge fan of bitter taste. I have a sweet tooth. Has a sweet tooth. So you surely the coffee he drank at home must have at least two has at least 3 or 4 tablespoons of sugar in it. Because coffee is one of the most bitterest things that existed. Time passes really quickly as you listen to Nale speaks. His voice relaxes you at such a point that you begin to feel a state as similar to Linear 3. When you're about to fall into some kind of hypnosis, you feel Nole placing his hand over yours to get your attention. He squeezes it gently before opening his mouth. Do you want to go back to my domain? You accept nodding your head. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you at tonight. Hours pass and Nole tells you it's time to rest because the puppet needs to have all its energy for tomorrow. You walk to a simple room with a bed and a nightstand. Well, we'll start with Quarterin. Quarterin, she's the weakest of the seven. Is that the moon girl? The one with 3 faces? I'm listen here. Septon gave me acknowledgement of all of the seven. So she's the moon one, cause her 2 eyes got ripped out by my by the father of my 2 kids in another route, and that weakened her. So yeah. Because of her eyes. Yep, I was right. You asked remembering what Fam said at the hotel. I did. Winnie, I have to warn you that once we start this, the garden will begin to crumble little by little. Without Corin there, will be no moon. Without dews, the stars will disappear, and so on. I understand. Okay. You slipped under the sheets and settle into the sleeping position. Nelly looks at you with a half smile, and it seems like he wants to do something more. But he backs off when he notices that he has gotten too close to you. See you tomorrow. Good night. What? Wait, isn't this the room we thought this was his room and we slept on the bed? After that, he leaves the room and turns off the lights. Hey, at least he turns off the lights. It's cute. The morning. You wake up feeling a presence on your left side. When you turn your head to see what it is, you find absolutely nothing. You stay there blinking slowly and you remember everything that happened. Good morning. Oh, aw, he made me some food. And you got some good eyelashes. Oh my goodness. What's up with y'all with these eyelashes? Nale appears through the door with a tray in his hands. I made you breakfast. Nale waits for you to sit down so he can place the tray in your hands. I hope it v- I hope it varies to your liking because you can't try it. Yeah, it does. You eat silently as Nale starts blabbering about mundane things, and you wonder how long he's been waiting for someone to listen and pay attention to him. He talks a lot. It certainly seems as if he has been kept in confinement until your arrival. When you finish eating, Nale makes the tray disappear while you watch in shock. Coordinate is in her temple, but we don't have to hurry if we don't want to. We have all day. There's no what? Hold on. There is no rush. There is no rush. Okay, yeah. Nole gets out of bed and places both of his hands on his hips. What do you want to do now? Um, pass the time. Cause like you said, we got all day. You tell Nelly you don't want to go after Koza yet, and Nelly understands. Read the document. You sure you saw some books and documents scattered on the desk in Nelly's room? You're supposed to taking a look won't hurt anyone. You got out of bed and moved to the desk, feeling Nelly's gaze on your figure at all times. When you get to the desk, you realize how messy all the documents, books, and papers are. Do you read them? Yeah, why not? Oh, you take a pile of papers and start looking through them. I still remember receiving my first name. It was special and memorable. By the fifth time, it was already semi an annual route. You turn the page. The entities of Deuce are curious. All of them looks alike, but each one of them had unique and impassable purpose. I remember how she used to brag in the ancient and more precise times about how devoted and hardworking her stars were. Turn the page. To God, it has been 4 years, the same thing over and over again. When when will the day you'll come back, and when will you let me rest in peace? You are never satisfied. You turn the page. I have so many memories inside of me, so many of people lives. When I feel like I'm everyone and no one at the same time. You turn several pages. I hope you do not repeat this action, but if I want to erase all traces of the creator and the purpose that is imposed my consistence, mine and mine alone, I will have to do this. Turn another page just to confirm that what you expected. If I had the ability, I myself would tear the sheets of the paper and burn my world, enclosing in these pages, but I cannot do it. Most of this is in Spanish, while a few are in the English. They are first-person stories. They loose sheet, there are loose sheets of papers and documents timeless. What is this? Memories? Yours? Yes and no. I haven't experienced some of those situations yet. How? Everything that is here is me. Past, present, and future. Everything is written. Every every so often the desk filed up with new papers. It's like the waste basket of the garden. All the trash ends up here. Nellie looks a little uncomfortable as you decide to leave the topic of the documents aside. Maybe another time you'll look at it again. Let's go look at the garden. You get out of bed to move towards the door, feeling Nellie's gaze on your figure at all times. He doesn't move or show any interest to follow you. You exit through the front door to go to the garden. You feel curious about the state of Nellie's domain, and you be lying to say if you wouldn't like to walk through the void that surrounds it. But you don't. You don't know how to do it without risking your life. So plans throw stones into the void to see if they fall. If they fail, you would like to know how far down they'll drop. You find some stones surrounded the white and hard. You prepare to launch it and oh, whoa. Oh no 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 no, you do not have permission to do that. If you disturb this place, something will be able to locate us. Okay. So anything alright, yeah. If you disturb that place, something will have able to locate us, and in the process the void will consume part of the land. Oh, okay. Swallowed you in the process. Oh. Well, at least you know that what you can happen to you. Okay, let's just spend time with you. Huh. At that rate, I won't be able to continue with my plan. Maybe for you it will be a few minutes. With me, but not for me. When we talk about spending the day together for me, it's a full day. Ugh, you hurt me, Winnie. You hurt me. Too! I don't know how I can continue like this. Because I want to have those eyes on me more and more forever. Even if it's impossible. I've been looking for the way to get out of here and start from scratch. Delete all my faces and replace them with new ones. Allow Septa to continue this useless game of maintaining a world destined to die in oblivion. But that's also impossible. You don't know how many solutions that I have been looking for, and none of them are variable. There is somewhat of awkward silence for a moment. Nelly throws himself onto the bed, lying on his back while both hands grip the sheets tightly, as if a sort of comfort in it. I want I want so many things, but at the same time I don't want anything. I want to stay here with you, but I also want to make a fool of the creator. Use the return use the return to my advantage to destroy everything. Break and delete everything they love in their face and make it public. Ooh, let's listen. Let's keep listening. I'm flattered that you want to keep reading my external demands and all that, but I know you're not here to play therapist simulator. Maybe another time. I am here to play that! Quit talking! Uh, for now, I just want to stay here and imagine that I'm lying next to you. After all, after a long day of work. Fuck, how depressing. Uh, okay, enough whining. Nelly closed both his eyes, and after a big sigh, Nelly sits up with a strange smile, somewhat shocking compared to its previous mood. Oh, Jojo? Whoa, Jojo. Do you know what I want right now? What? I went to go watch you eat. Oh, dang. Eat Corda. Pardon, although you shouldn't be surprised, Nale was a bit strange for the first minute you met him, so this preference doesn't shock you. Imagine a entity created for a sole purpose of being consumed by the symbols, breaking the food chain by consuming the consumer. Yo, ironic, proyoic even. Just thinking about it makes me. Wait, I have to behave. I can't say such things lightly. But with that face you have, clo- close the game. See you in a bit, and remember to save. Oh, you better not delete my stuff. Hold on. Well, if you don't do it, I have to resort in more drastic measures. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Wait. He says close the games, see you in a bit, and remember to save. Well, if you don't do it, I'll have to resort to more drastic measures. Nearly runs away like a damn coward he is. You stay there for a while, meditating on what happened. No doubt, Nelly's weird. Some time passes as you roam the house. There's nothing interesting to do, though. You decide to call Nelly again. You think now is a good time to tell Nelly you're ready. So, so you tell Nelly your decision. Okay, I have to seal us so we go unnoticed. I'm sure something has already informed the others. Yeah. He's like, listen here. There's somebody going around and I need that person right here and Nale got them. Nale kidnapped them. He probably Nale makes signs with his hands and whisper words that you can't understand. We are ready. Okay. Without further ado, the two of you are swallowed by the portal that rises from the ground surrounded by total darkness. Oh. Whoa. So pretty! This looks so pretty. So cute. Oh my goodness. With emptiness around you displays, you can see that your surroundings has changed. It's nighttime, and you're on the streets. There are people walking around you, and they all wearing similar masks. You're startled when one of them walks towards you and doesn't seem to notice you, as if you were nothing but an entity passing through through you and Noel. It's okay. It's okay. The pup and I are sealed, so we're not visible to them. Oh. Nele starts walking through the streets, and you followed him. You both walk in silence because Nele seems to be focused on something. From time to time, he stops to look around. In the in those pauses, you sight a glance at the sky, searching for the moon. Whoa, big behind moon. And there it is, so big and majestic, illuminating streets with its tender light. Then you looked at the entities still walking the streets, and you wonder, what would happen to them after you devour the symbols? She's hidden in her temple. They know what's coming. You look at Nale and realize that he appears more serious now. A complete change from what you are already used to. So much so that he doesn't seem to be the same person. Oh my goodness. Once again you're swallowed by the portal and rises from the ground. Yo. Oh my goodness. Her temple looks empty. She got it's pretty and also looks depressing at the same time. And you repaired in what they assume is the temple of Quarteranor. I know I'm butchering these names. The contrast is imposing and well made. As you look and peek at the temple, you realize that it's designed to focus on the moon and make it part of the composition. Okay, it does show that. It looks like yeah, the temple looks like the it's holding the moon. If they told you that this world was suffering and it's on its last leg, really you wouldn't believe it. Don't take your eyes off of me, How do you say this? Alexa, how do you say Carino in Spanish?
Carino in Spanish is
C A R I N
Alexa,
O.
what is Carino?
according to Wikipedia. Marcus Aurelius Carinus was Roman emperor
Alexa,
from
stop. You're quite useless. Girl, this is why I don't call on you sometimes. Because you be so mean to me. I forgot the I. Oh, he's saying deer in English, in Spanish. But I wanna how to know how to pronounce this. Carino. Carino? Carino. Oh my goodness. Carino. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I'm scared.
Looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of
Oh.
so it's not idea. Word from Spanish. In Spanish, it
Hmm.
means my dear.
Okay. How do you say it?
Cariño.
Carino.
Spanish.
Carino. Don't take your eyes off of me, Carino. When we enter the temple, I need you to find a safe place but settle for you to look at me. All right? You walk towards the doors of the temples and enter. Yo. Oh my goodness. I don't know if she's praying or asleep. In front of you, there's a figure kneeling near the altar. This must be Quaterin. Nole disappears through the portal, leaving you on your own. find a safe place because we're following directions. Your eyes scan the place, but there's nothing calls out to you. That is until you can see the second floor. It's a place where a wide range of vision allows you to hide from whichever happens below. Carefully you climb the stairs to the second floor. Wait, is that him down there? I just saw something. You stand between the railings and search for Nole with your eyes. Yo, he got a gun! Bro, he has a whole Glock! Yo! Yo, he got a whole gun! He appears again from the ground and looks back at you, signing for you to remain silent. He draws his gun! Oh my goodness! He prepares to shoot and... Oh! Oh! No! Another figure appears from Nole's side, directly impacting his body. Well, okay, feeling that, I mean, like, she's the weakest, but, like, I had a feeling that when Septon's route, they were making out. So I had a feeling that I was like, imagine they're there, but they were there! So I had a feeling, but I was like, okay, whatever. It's Deuce. I know they about to swing. Without waiting for Nole to get up, the figure militarized a scythe that they swing towards the black-haired man's neck. Oh my goodness! And without much effort, they slide off Nole's head. Yo, homie. You hear some laughter. Nole! Oh my... Right! Yeah! Yeah! Now you got the star god looking at you! Why ain't you shut up? My goodness! I couldn't shut up. Yu's scream draws the attention to the entity that has served Nole's head as the other rise from the altar to walk around his body. You take your gaze off of Nole's body to see how his entity slowly rise above from the ground as it is floating. It's coming towards you. The entity lands beside you and observes. Septon, I found what you're looking for. Frick! Without saying more, the entity grabs you by your clothes and throws you on the first floor. Dang. You hit the ground. A visible force catches you and gently places you on it instead. Don't stop looking at me. That's Nole's voice. You focus your gaze on Nole's body, which, despite no longer having a head, rises and catches the symbols of the moon off guard. Oh snap! Hundreds of hands rise from the ground, seizing Corden by the limbs, submitting her body before Nole. Oh my goodness! Oh, the woman screams as Nole forcefully pierces her chest. By the time the entity in red clothing realizes that something is happening to her companion, aka her lover, it is already too late. Oh my goodness. She's disintegrating, for Nole holds in his hand something that resembles a heart. And Corden begins disintegrating little by little. The entity is grabbed by the same hands that had subdued Corden. Wretch! Nole takes his time walking towards you, and in the process his hands regains from the same substances that the hands are made of. But his features do not. Oh snap. Do it. I keep calling this person Deuce. I keep calling her Deuce, but I don't think that's her name. I called her Deuce. How to say D-U-A-E. Dora, Dura, Duar, 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 Duar. I didn't think you'd be here. I mean, that's her woman. You you're an easy target when you're accompanied. You trust too easily. Well, there's no chance, but to go ahead with the work. Oh snap! That said, a hand rises from the portal and pierces Duar's chest. Oh snap! How could she seen us? Isn't there another way to get what you want? I'm worried about your face. Well, we're already down this rabbit hole, but how could she see us? Oh yes, she used to be my apprentice long ago. I told her almost everything I know, which is why the seals don't work on her. Now, I need you to eat those two things. O- Okay. You're the best apprentice I ever had. Oh my. Does it taste nasty? Can you have your head back on? Niles fuses both spears and holds them to your mouth. Oh, wait a minute. What on earth? What on earth? From the moment the next, his features begin to form themselves, returning to his usual smile, face and strands of his hair that adorns his forehead. His body instinctively resists a bit, but Noles uses his free hand to open your mouth and squeeze your cheeks. Your mouth is open. He places his thumb on your tongue and in pins it in place. He quickly pushes both of the spears into your mouth. Ugh. It has no taste, but the gelling on his texture of the organs is unpleasant. Well done. You did very good, Connie. I literally learned how to say it. It means my dear.
Spanish pronunciation, it normally has a little wave, a little tilde on the end. Cariño. So it's my
Caino. Caino. Very. You did a good job, Canino. I would give you a kiss, but to hell with it. Nelly gently holds your cheeks and plants a kiss on your lips that leaves you breathless. Whoa. Oh, it's like kissing a doll. I really want to get out of here and kiss you. And much more. Oh, much more. Oh. Oh, God, save you! Nelly strangles slightly and looks at you straight in the eyes with a completed expression. Can you wait for me a bit? Nelly says. This after moving away from you, he touches his head as if were bothering him. Uh, has something happened to you? I need to collaborate my senses. What? I stripped quarter and deuce of their power, and I'm having a hard time of keeping my body steady. Nelly straggles slightly as he tries to walk towards the temple door leading to the exit. You follow him closely. I almost forgot that anyone strong enough to can claim the title of the symbol. Back when the creator still existed, he made sorts of rules, foolish ones, but rules nonetheless to keep the garden stable. Okay? And he wondered what would happen if the symbols weren't doing its job properly. Simply, you have to replace it. Huh. Once again, I'm in flooding on something that's no longer matters. I just can't help it. I really can't stop. Sorry. I don't want to know more. Really? Yes. All right. I want you to understand quickly so that we don't have any misunderstandings later. Anyone can claim the title of symbols in the if the world isn't paused, which means symbols can also kill each other, temporarily gaining their domain to their power. But each symbol is tied to the garden's concept that must be kept in terminal condition using their own energy. So none of them ever had thought of killing the other. It it will make it harder to sustain two concepts at once. Right now, I have the concept of the moon and the stars at my mercy, and I can do whatever I want with them. You don't like what he's implying. Okay, so eating another symbol as your symbol, it would be hard to maintain because your body was used to focus on one, but now it's focusing on two, which will take a lot of energy and might make it fall apart. Nelly tries to open the temple door but fails before he can reach the doorknob. And you see how the perception his condition is runs to help him. Ooh, romantic. You bend down and lift him up, and you realize that he is incredible light. You. You both grab the doorknob and push. The setting outside is one that is completely different from what you've seen before. Oh my goodness, is absorbed by the void. The place once bathed in faint purple light and covered by the internal landscape no longer existed. Now it's just an empty space, surrounded by black and white. It's now that you realize the concept of Nole's mission. Everything will go back to nothing. Everything will be devoured by the void. Wow. You look behind you, searching for a vein of the moon. There's nothing up there. And now just not even a trace of Quarter's temple. Wait, what does I'm about to call them Deuce again. What does their domain looks like? And you sure that all entities under the command of the symbol of the moon and stars had either vanished or are in the process of doing so? Or maybe they lived in the same domain together. Or their like domains was close together. You walked while supporting Nole, who is still having trouble keeping his balance. But you don't mind. Nole weighs nothing, and this way you can be close enough to catch the scent of his cologne. It's pleasant. This will take a while, cause consuming two domains at once is a difficult task. Are are you eating them? Their energy, yes. All the energy invested in the creation of each domain and every entity within them, as well as the memories tied to it. Noe lets out a hesitant sigh, as he doesn't seem too pleasant with what he is doing. At least he doesn't take the disrespect way. There is no ill intention remarked or hint of laughter. You have to give him credit. You walked together through the empty streets, silence lingering in the air, matching the sober mood and the journey. Nole has remained quiet and downcast for quite some time. Do door. It actually does mean door, but when I looked it up, it meant door. Was great. A door. I thought crosses. The thought crosses my mind. If she was great, then why did you kill her? But you assume that this is what he must do to get what he wants, so you keep silent. I haven't seen her in a long time. Oh, even though she was your apprentice? Interesting. Just trying to. But wait, Septon said he created her, so I'm confused. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Nole places one of his hands on his head and sobs. I'm sorry, Rennie. I'll leave you for a moment. Telling me, oh, and so both of you were swallowed by the portal that carries you into the void. While you're there, Nole doesn't look at you. He hides his eyes from your gaze and turns his face away. And that makes you feel sorry for him. When you feel yourself touching the ground, everything happens very quickly. We're back in my room. Nole leaves you in his room and bids you farewell, wishing you a sweet dreams. Turns off the lights and closes the room door. Unaware of what happened, you sat on your bed, and then you wait. You don't know how long you've been sitting on the bed, but you assume it's been long enough. Your bones start to ache. You're supposed to you need to mentally prepare for sleep, but he seems so sad. He seems so sad. Go find Noah. Can I go find him? You can't help it. You went to go see what happened to Noah, so you get out of bed and head towards the first door. If Noah doesn't want you to find him, he won't even let you leave. Okay, fair shit. Wait, is the door locked though? So when you try to open the door, it's simply turning the knob. You know that Noah is letting you go after him. Oh. Or maybe he hasn't realized, which is unlikely. You carefully descend the stairs, afraid of misstepping due to the lack of light in the hallway. And consequently of the stairs. It's bright on my end. None of the lights are off. When you reach the last step, you hear a crash. You hear something fall and shatter. The sound of very much like glass exploding or crashing onto the floor. Shit. His voice comes from the kitchen. You rush towards the area. Yo, he smokes? Hey! Looking at this frame, he looks like a mafia boss. And there he is, sitting on the table he's been drinking. He looks awful. I should have guessed you'd come. After all, the damn option is the only interesting one of the two you've been given. The place both hands on his hips and looks at him in the eyes. What's up? Noli looks away, unwilling to answer. He sighs in a short, ragged breath, as if holding back tears. I didn't think this world would be so hard. Killing Deuce has been horrible. More than I thought. I thought that since they have already happened in my past life, it would be easier. It's I already killed her there, so what's the difference this time? It's it's the memories implanted or not. I just have them with me now. I have many memories of her that were released from her domain was consumed. She held me at a highest esteem still. I was the one she trusted the most, and still did I repay her. Wow, kill. No, no, no. I freed her from this hell. I done her a favor. You sit beside him, and now the scent of alcohol lingers from his body is unmistakable. Nelly places both his hands on his face, covering his expression, and starts mumbling words you can't understand. Nelly's body begins to change its shape, with strange lines appearing and disappearing in his figure, making it seem as though his body is losing its original form. His emotional state is rock bottom. You need to pull him out of it. But no. And now I have no guidance for absolutely anything. What do you mean? I have documents of what was previously written by my former selves, but the documents I'm following has nothing else, only blank pages. I don't know how to proceed. I don't know if this will work or not. I don't know what if Septa will let me be confined in the void once again or not. For the first time in a long while, I have no idea whatsoever what will happen. And I'm scared. I don't know to waste this opportunity. I don't want to go back there again. Any moment, this world will be abandoned once more, just as it has always been the previous worlds. I can't. I can't let Raphael continue like this. It's all my fault. You have individual before Nole completely lose control. You know what? Get him out of this state. Let's take his hand, support him. You truly believe that supporting him is the best option. Saying that everything will be alright doesn't change anything, because honestly you doubt that everything will be alright. Oh, only my pinky's back. Or unless I just can't see the other tips. Winnie Winnie is here to accompany you. You have all your attention. I must take this separation. My apologies, Winnie. But I doubt Nelly will feel at ease if I speak using I. Oh. Huh. I can't even strip the will from your puppet. Nelly doesn't design to look at you in the eyes. But you feel Nelly squeezing your hand tightly. He doesn't speak or react or do anything more besides that until he begins to cry. Aww, I see the tear. It's strange to see him like this, but you assume that he has been surrounded by much imposing agony, whether from the high being or from himself. That is a reaction of a sentence being in his situation would have. You wrap both your hands around his, which now seems so small that they frighten you for a moment. You caress his back of his hand, gently pats, to proceed to release those overwhelming mix of intertwined feelings that manifest as tears. All you hear are those sobs of a man desperate for validation of his own existence. It's torture, but you have to endure it. Because if you don't, you sure start crying along with him. I'm pathetic. No, I'm covering him. No, stop. Don't say that. You tell him everything that you know about him, assuring him that he is not pathetic, man. You speak sincerely, each word laced with a gender and tenderness. I probably said some wild stuff in the first episode, not gonna lie. Nole doesn't respond or argue. He simply listens to you in silence. As you speak, you gently slide your hand over his head, delicately pushing aside a layer of gel that reaches his scalp. His hair is so soft, at the ends smooth and fine. If only he didn't have gel in his hair. Nellie lets out a sigh, in imbued with sense of loneliness. Na- who is that? What? Nan Nanai? Nanai? Huh? What? I don't understand what he means. You don't recognize that word, so you don't ask him what he just said. Nale sounds almost embarrassed to get up and completely avoid your gaze as if he was afraid for your reaction. I remembered a old memory. Okay. It was It's what you say when someone comforts another. When I was a child, I used to say it when Ma, I think, was saying Ma. Nelly stops abruptly, and his laugh escapes his lips. But it's not just a joyful laugh; it's a heavy, almost broken. It means to care for. It means to caress with the heart. Okay, it's one of my favorite words. I might steal that. Not gonna lie, I might steal that word. How how is it that the more time passes, the more you learn about me, and I can have nothing but the reflection of your eyes? It's not fair. Promise not to get involved so that our free will wouldn't be more terrible than it will be. But I at least want to have some of you with me. They say that words are reflective of the soul. I would like to I would like to know your favorite word. You know mine, what's yours? What is my favorite word? Actually, my favorite word is Pookie. 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 Nalay doesn't say anything, but he lowers his gaze, and and you see him smile slightly, as if he attained something so severely previous that he wouldn't let the word notice that he has gained. Time flies. Period. So quickly that you don't notice Nalay leaving you on the bed, saying goodbye in a hoarse voice, and the only trace that he has been crying, since he never lets you see his face. You ponder what happened for a while, and you really think about it. Nalay is a complete complicated man. Don't you think so, Winnie? You close your eyes and sink into the land of dreams. Yeah, but like, imagine you're in his position. Like, you'll be tweaking out too. I mean, like, you'll be confused and lost. But despite being the land of dreams and desires, the dream you dream of nothing. Oh. Ah. First day of extermination completed. Ah, first day. Wait! Oh my goodness! I just remembered. I gotta kill Udon. No! Um, you wake up extremely hot, as so that you can touch your forehead. You're sweating. The atmosphere feels dry and stifling from the heat, like the oven that is preheating. Oh, all right, cause we killed the moon, so there's no moon cycle to cool down the heat of the sun, like the oven that's preheating. Good morning. I want to apologize for yesterday. I know it was unusual, and I promise that it won't happen again. I got rid of those memories, so it won't happen again. Nele smiles, but you don't like the implying of his words. Got rid of the memories. I've been thinking, I believe we should start hunting immediately. They start to normalize already. I suppose Una must be guarding Tara and Sextum. What about Septum? He's in his domain. He's an easy target, but he can't die right now. Nole doesn't elaborate any further. You try to recall who is missing, you but you don't remember all the names. We'll go for Carino. Carino? I mean, not Carino. Quentin? You don't know much about him, which you assume is the best. We don't know information, but we know he is like somewhat of a healer, and he's tied with Tara. That way it's a bit easier to watch them die before your eyes, you suppose. But first, we need to have breakfast. Nelly accompanies you to the table once you're ready. Everything is served and ready, so eat without fear. On the table, there's everything you put on your bread. So much that dumbness that it overwhelms you a bit. Yeah. After finishing, Nola takes the dishes and to the kitchen and starts washing them, tidying everything up. You insist of helping him, but he tells you that it's not necessary. After you press a bit more, he retaliates. You help and dry the cutlery and the plates that Nelly washes, and you think that it's a good teamwork. Housework chores are more fun with you by my side. I like I love to do all this with you for the rest of my life. You try to imagine it, but you're surprised how easily you can do so. The image of an ordinary life with him, doing mundane things, shopping for groceries, going on dates, and who knows what else, and it doesn't seem bad at all. It looks like a sound of good that it scares you. Good. Now that you finish washing the last plate and turns to you to look at you. Time to go. Time to go, Quentin. Time to go get Quentin. Now? Can't we spend a little more time here? I really prefer that. We can end this one and for all. Besides, if we finish this quickly, we'll have the whole afternoon to spend together. If you want, I'll take you to the place I really love and that I wish you can see. Does that sound good to you? He talks as if it was just formality. Sure, why not? All right. Perfect. Nolly takes your hand and caressing it for a moment before plunging it into the void with you. Period. Sorry. Yo, remember. Yo, I don't know who to put first, but Udon's still at top because we had kids together. Udon's just my favorite right now, but you might take second. Septon might be third. Once inside, he hugs you and speaks to you as if wanting to hear, as if as if he wants only you to hear him. It's ironic because here there's nothing but you two, of course, you two. I love coming here and looking at you. With the darkness of the void, I can better see what's happening behind that screen. I hope I hope I'm the first to telling you this. You look adorable. I think you are the first one to say that. I think. I gotta check my videos, but I'm gonna give it to you. You are the first. This is this Tara's domain? You walk through the jungle until you reach the temple hidden among the plants and rocks. The temple structure is different for accordance as its size. Ooh. It's rather small, very small, just the way of a god will like it. Hmm. You're close to see mm. You're close to see that uh you're close you as you get closer, it seems to be made out of some kind of stone. It's limestone. Nole informs you after reading your interstitial dialogue. Intruder! And a little Serma finds it nothing but amusing. When it made this small temple so as not to take up space from his offspring. Like babies? Yes, all the animals you see are his babies. And they all have names. I still don't understand how Conan remembers each one of them. Adorable. This is the only domain that has been touched by a combined work of two symbols. Tara and Quinlan worked together organizing both domains, where the creator was still here. Honestly, it saddens you to hear this. A pain that you hear that these gods will eventually be killed. You think it would be much better not to know anything. Makes this genocide easier. You don't understand Nole's purpose in telling you this. Hmm. Now you are going to pretend you don't read your own thoughts. Huh. Do you want me to explain? Do you want an explanation, Winnie? There is more. There he is, confirming once again that he knows everything's happening in this dialogue box, which is meant exclusive for your eyes. Damn rat. Yes, please. I have no problem explaining it to you. Me be not me. me- I just learned what canyo means. Now I gotta know me vida. Sorry, sorry. I just think they deserve to be remembered. I wouldn't do anything justified if I wiped them out without leaving, trying to have them remembered for something, to make their lives have some impact out there in your realm. And having them remain in your memories is a good way to achieve that. You're a bit surprised by his words. You're just you just seared, very considering of the situation. But I don't. I don't want you to get too attached to them. Just enough to pay them at least one, just enough to pay them one last favor. I don't know if you just want all the attention on you. I think the other part is just like you want all the attention for you. Besides, it serves as fuel for the show I want to put on for you. You take back what you said. You're about to enter the temple when you take a misstep. Your feet step on a tile and sinks, triggering a mechanism that swallows you in the process. Whoa! And Nelly isn't fast enough to catch you. As you fall, you see something red catch it, uh, red charge at him, preventing him from pursuing you. You're in this alone. Frick! And you're scared. I am scared. Don't worry. I'll be there as soon as I can. Oh, you can come faster. Upon landing there, there's a sigh of no hard impact as some hands catches you and gently set you down. Please be careful. This place is spaciously. There's nothing here. There's a large room enclosed of four walls and no windows or doors. You're trapped until further notice. You walk along the entrance perimeter, searching for any signs of any exit or hiding places because you're far too explosive here. You're an easy target. If the figure that attacked Nale finds you, you're doomed. And the heat only intensifies. It's suffocating. Heat that only ramps up. You panic. Oh snap! This is bad. Cause Udon has to be here. Oh wait, did he say Udon's here? I don't know. He said Udon was protected somebody. And since the moon is dead, there's no cooling cycle, so it does not cool the heat unless he's hamping up the heat on his own accord. And the heat intensifies is suffocating. Heat that only ramps up at your panic. So it's you. You turned your head to see who just spoke. A blue-haired man watches you with broad expressions from the far corner of the room. It must be Quinnen, the creator's replacement. No! I, I think I was in Septon's route. I don't know. I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you was made on a Friday. Yeah, you was made on a Friday. Because, yeah, you was made on a Friday. Because what I remember from Septon, I'll explain that at the end of the video. Because you was made on a Friday. You had to be. Because every time you count the eyes, it represents, like, the days of the week. Septon had 7. Even though Udon had 2, 2 of them was stolen from the moon god. And he should only have 1. And on the 4th day, the moon god was made. That was a Thursday. Okay, whatever. The creator's replacement. What? You're not anyone's replacement. I thought you had more imposing appearance. Disappointing. I don't care. I'm I'm not anyone's replacement. I'm not anyone's replacement. Well, Nole doesn't think the same thing. He's just using you. That's not true. Whoa, okay, that's enough. What did Nole say that's making you do this? Or is it this your idea? And did you promise Nole to let him live if he helped you? To be honest, he's the one doing all the planning. I'm just following and flirting with him. But we're not going to get into that. This wasn't my idea, but I'm not gonna say you don't understand what he's saying, but you don't feel like tempting fate by angering him. So you just stare at him as he asks in rhetorical questions. But that only makes him angrier. Do you think the work of the creator and Septon isn't worthy of worthy? Oh, no. What? Do you want to wipe everything clean and start over? Yeah. You disgust me. Rude. Entities like you and Null shouldn't exist. Damn. Ugh. Too bad Septa wants you alive. Where am I gonna go? I'm stuck. Escape. Your sister tried to run and calls out to you. Even if there's nowhere beyond the four walls, it doesn't matter. Your legs command as you run from him. But before you can move, you freeze in the sight of Curran. Damn! Oh shit! Maybe I should have ran. But it takes an attacking stance. I promise I won't hurt you. So stay still. Oh shit. Ugh. Oh crap. When you see Conan lunge towards you in one bound and already too late, your feet don't respond in time. You're frozen in place with no real option to move. Seeing his fangs dangerously close to your field of vision, you raise your arms between yourself and Quinnen. It's pathetic attempt of a shield. You close your eyes in fear of what might happen. Don't let the puppet close their eyes. Me. All right, bro. Now I need to search up these words. I need to search what these. How to say me vida? Mi berda. Mi berda. Mi berda. Well, I've been saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. My life. Mi dera. Mi berda. Mi berda. Oh, it's Nale. What? Wait, did he just shapeshift? What on earth? It's Nale. Both of you fall on. Both of you fall to the ground. Nale is in a different form, and Quentin looks utterly horrified. He looks terrified. You are? What's? Wait, wait. First of all, you was born on a Tuesday, and second of all, every time like he consumes, he gains their powers. What's wrong, dear? Oh. Even Nale's voice has changed. It's now represented a harsh tone of the entity he killed in Cornyn's temple. Dursa Nale is induced body. Nale's words prompt Conan to react. He gives Nale a light shove and jump back. Damn sicko! He shouts, gritting his teeth. He tries to appear angry, but his face betrays his terror. He's scared. What the hell do you think you're doing? You have no dignity. Then searches for you with his gaze. Can't you see it? You're helping a sicko! This world can still be saved! Please! He shouts at you, now pleading. What do you want me to do? I won't be sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, the way that, don't stand there staring like an idiot. Do something. Stop him. What do you want me to do? Being with your power cannot. Nale gestures and his hand-shaped shadow emerges from the ground, grabbing Quentin by the arm and hurling him against the wall. Nale laughs briefly before shouting back. Dang. Come on! Don't just stand there barking like a dog. Do something. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm sorry what's happening, but like, I'm in a human puppet's body. I'm in a puppet's body. Like, what you want me to do? With white hair, one mocks. Drop dead. Grant assumes in defeat stance, yet nothing to comfort and attacks Nole. Ooh, I get it now. You're scared. He lets out a small laugh. I love knowing that you can't do anything about that. Oh, but come on, at least give me one content. Is that really Nole? No, he's not like that, right? You're not gonna lie. You find it hard to understand the change in the attitude he's displaying. What do you want me? Ask him to. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. No. 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 Oh, stop. Oh, just do it quickly. You don't like that he's mocking him. He seems to be. He seems to be besides himself. You shout his name and tell him to please treat his death with respect. Nelly looks at you while trying to calm his breathing. His eyes look strange. He's blinking slowly and his expression becomes more normal. Huh, but I thought you want to read something more interesting. So it's not so brief. Aren't you liking it? You don't reply. You just look at him in disbelief. Like what you said earlier at the temple. Like before I triggered whatever I freaking triggered. You at least want them to have something to remember. And I feel like me personally, even though it's seen as a game, I kind of want. I don't really like when I see characters have like slow deaths. I know it's for entertainment value, but like me personally, I think he deserve a quick death because like your words is talking about like at least remember him for something, and I don't want to remember him having like a slow, agonizing death. You don't reply. You just look at him in disbelief. It it must be infuriating of the body, right? Oh, you're right. Without further ado, he grabs the entity once again, which more than a god represents a trapped animal. Something makes the symbol looks upwards. Udon! Oh, Udon! My husband! He shouts, calling for help for the sun. Get out of here! It's not a cry for help. He shouts at Udon to avoid the fate that he's heading to. There's no point of fighting with this imposter by his side. He's you. Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Ooh! One of his many hands pierces Quentin's chest, extracting the essence from his body. Oh, I'm gonna feel so guilty. This is no longer fun. And Quentin falls to the ground, motionless, slowly disintegrating. Nalej returns to your side and offers you the essence. Winnie, don't eat it yet. Okay. Behind Nale, you can see and hear the wall shatter into pieces. A familiar figure appears behind the dust of the paralyzing stones. Damn! Wait, I thought it was permanently closed. It's not permanently closed. He's mad. He's hella fucking mad, and he's hot. Uh, it's Udon, but he looks terrified. He looks terrifying. Nole watches him for a moment before turning back to you. Udon runs towards you, militarizing a whip in his hand. Hold it. He quickly grabs the essence, pressing it against your chest, as if it were a treasure. And glad, you're glad you did it in time because Nole grabs you by the wrist and pulls you into the void with him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, listen, we have to get rid of him now, or else the heat will melt the puppet by tomorrow. But what? Oh my goodness. I was right. That okay, so I was right. That he's okay. All right. He's the sun is well, whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna he is yeah, he's gonna definitely kill this puppet. Udon has used all his fuel and soon he will release that energy in an explosion. He will kill every creature made of flesh and bone, including your puppet. Oh shoot. Don't look at me at this other chick, bro. Nole clings to your body carefully, removing your hands, and act as a barrier between you and him, and places his head on your chest as he looks at you. Please. But you can't help but think that this is strange, because he has an image of a dead god. Oh, I forgot about that. What the frick? When did you get long hair? Nell transferred back into himself, or rather a feminine version. Better? Oh. Nelly only smiles, traditionally at your response, and you swear you can see hearts in his eyes. Now, this is all that's left to get home. I promise you. We can cook or read a book from the library if you like, but I'd rather take you to a place I told you about this morning, although we can do everything if time permits. Nelly changed into his form, once again, reverting to original as if playing to win your approval. You hate to admit it, but you just can't argue with him. Whether you like it or not, you'll end up doing whatever this man asks, and he knows it. Gosh. You know that with this surgery words and that faces, he can mold you however he wants. Alright. Nole smiles. Is that all you're gonna say? What else does he want? Alright, mi amor. Mi amor, I know mi amor. Who's responsible for giving this lunatic so much power? Handsome, powerful, beautiful girl. Alright, chill, 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 chill. Chill, chill, chill. Make it stop! Lily laughs. Thank you for being confident, m- um, uh, I did it to me beda. Alright, time to finish this. Oh no, you're wrong for that. Oh no, you're wrong for that. You're so wrong for that. Before we entering Quentin's domain, Noelle changed forms without warning. You're nearly knocked back by surprise. This will this will speed things up. After a long sigh, Noelle pulls you out of the void. The same place as before, but you don't see Unun. Oh my goodness! I'm being flashbanged. You search for him with your eyes, but just as Nole does, but it seems impossible due to the string glare of the era, a glare that devours every object and reader is impossible to discard, until a foreign body crashes directly into you, and you feel something coil around your neck and pull you out of Nole's arms. You glance softly, letting you see what's happening. You suspect that it's a tactic used by Udon to blind his opponent. You collapse on the ground, and Nole ends up beneath the feet of the sun symbol. Close your. Oh shoot! You wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. If I have my eyes open, he can see where I'm at and use that senses. But if I have my eyes closed, would it like dumb down the darkness? Dumb down like I can't see the light. I'm not be blinded, so he's not be. I don't know. You can't fulfill the request as Udon quickly cuts off his arms and legs, preventing him from moving. Oh my goodness, why would you be his wife, bro? Oh my goodness, damn that. I'm so glad for the first round I was with that. Gosh, that's so hard. Oh, sorry. And with his other whip, he grabs Nern by the neck and haul him up. Either you remove Alia from your body, or I will kill this thing right here and now. Said the plans no longer make sense without his stars by his side, so it won't bother me to kill it. Oseta's plans no longer make sense without my stars by his side, so it wouldn't bother me to kill it. Ah, you. Ah. Oh, crumpets. Oh, crumpets. Oh, crumpets. I didn't even know you absorbed his wife. What the heck? Nole can only look at you in helplessness. What do you want to do? Nole gives is in Una and begins peeling away Anna's skin to reveal his true face. Uh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Satisfied that Unan pulls at the collar that formed around your neck and draws you towards them. He does the same with Nulla, but immortalized him with his arm. You know what's interesting about this guy, hmm? He looks at you with a questioning smile. You don't have the courage to answer, but that you could as the collar is slowly suffocating you. He's not he's not easy to kill. To do it, you need two things: the creator or a substance, a lot of time to reach his original layer. And this is perfect because I have both right here. Something told me before he told it before coming here. Oh, wait. Something told me about it before coming here, and I'm going to enjoy it so much. I'm going to cut off the head as many times as necessary. I'll use my own hands, so your flesh tears slowly. Unan fixes his eyes on you once more, and I'll make sure you see everything and everything. I'll cut your eyelids off if if I have to. Oh my goodness! Ah, what's take off my eyelids? Oh, you don't want to lose your eyelids, and you don't want anything bad to happen to Nala either. Can I just I'm not closing my eyes, but look away? He probably he probably put me in a chokehold. Dang it. You wonder why Nola can't do anything now. Why doesn't he summon his shadows again? He's wicked! It's time to do it. Wait, every time he does it, it makes a subtle movement with his hands. He can't do anything to prevent his death without his hands. God. Unan grabs Nola's hair and starts pulling forcefully at his neck and begins to tear slowly. So slowly that you can see a slow motion as his tiny droplets emerge and fall from the flesh wound on his skin. Oh, can I do something? Oh, I'm sorry, my child. I won't let this happen. I think it's time to intervene. Nole stands no chance against my dear Unan. What? 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 Huh? Was that mother talking? Dang! Wait! A hand militarizes behind the redhead and severs his head before he has time to process what's happening. Mother. Mother! All this time is the voice that's been speaking to you, speaking to us, mother? Oh, Mele, Winnie, I know you're reading this. You need to pay closer attention because I won't interrupt again. I don't enjoy killing my children. See you later. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh. The hand extends the essence and offers it to you before vanishing. I thought his essence was gold. You near dropped it as you grasped it with your free hand. It's very hot. I thought his was yellow, but okay. My husband died! You looked at both essence and you realized something. Quinn's essence is forming strange, a hard layer around it. It's like a shell. Oh, it's like a shell. Can you look at me, please? As you do, Nole begins to regain his arm and legs, and even his clothes too. Although his skin doesn't regenerate just like last time. I think he heals when we're looking at him. Yeah, that's like the only time he'll actually recover when we're looking at him. First, it's smoke, then something more terrible than smoke, and finally a layer of skin. Strange. I think it's becoming a habit for me to cut off my parts of my body. Huh. If my pain reach where it still works properly, it would be horrible. Has they stopped working? That's right, my outer layer doesn't feel much pain anymore. While the inner layer feels pain like any average human. Alright, enough chatter. It's time to eat, mi amor. Otherwise, they'll or else they'll regenerate again. And we don't want that, right? Oh no, of course not. In any case, time to eat. Nelly touches Quentin's essence and breaks the accelerator as if it were an eggshell. Slowly, with his hands over yours, he brings both essence together and fuses them together into one. And resulting essence is a layer that doesn't blend as horrendous as the previous ones. In this one, you can clearly see which parts belongs to Udon and which one to Quentin, as if they didn't want to be together. You wonder why some merges and others don't. Could it be a compatibility? You look at Nale and he watches you slightly. It seems that he wants to speak or explain something, but for some reason he doesn't. With a bit of care, Nale glides your hands towards your mouth. Can you help me walk after you swallow the essence? Sure, I'll hold you. Thanks, uh, mi Beata. Every time the puppet body absorbs the essence of a symbol, my body absorbs its power. Everything that enters its body will enter mine. Everything that is taken from its body will come out of mine. As long as you, Winnie, watch and confirm everything that happens. What I mean is, your puppet is mine, just as much as it is yours. Why do you think I can talk to you like this? We're connected in both souls and bodies. That's what I let us bond with each other. Too bad it's only a puppet and not you. Aww. He put the sad face. Just as you're about to reply, Nelly pushes your hands to your mouth, forcing you to swallow the essence in one gulp. It's almost regenerating, just coursing through your throat. But you hold it in and close your eyes tightly while hunching over, fearing that you'll vomit if you sit upright. There, breathe. There, breathe. You're doing well. Cariado. Oh my goodness. I'm about to say my dear. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Nalay strokes your back, drawing small circles on his palm as form of comfort. All right, you shouldn't feel bad anymore. I'll transfer all the power to myself, but I need you to hold me now. I think I'm gonna fall. And the effort of his words seems like a command. You can't help but obey. You straighten up and push your hands on Nella's waist and stable his body with his help of yours. As if handling a butterfly wings, you gently maneuver his body as you help him stand and walk. You look at Noah to make sure everything is all right. What time is it? It's 10:49. All right. So 10:50, I'll take it. Oh, when we go back to the house, I'll take a break. He smiles at you, showing his teeth. No sooner have you taken 6 steps, you notice a change in the atmosphere. Gradually, the place begins to disintegrate. Black particles devour the space, leaving a trail of pure white in their wake. Excuse me. The process is faster than you imagined. Millet leans on you so much he ends up dragging his feet. You stop to ask if you need to keep walking. We have to walk a bit further until we consumed most of this domain. If I stop, I think I'll explode. You dared not to ask. As Nellie walks slowly, little by little, the black fades away to make more room for pure white. All in silence, you assume it must be Noel is busy consuming what remains of the domains of Unan and Quenin. Ready, we're ready. That's enough as warning in order to pull you into the void. This time, Noah looks at you wearily but smiling. He doesn't seem affected like before. Oh, don't worry about that. I already told you. No more whining from now on. The silence that assures is heavy, and you don't have nothing more to say. You simply look at him in the eyes. He smiles a little more. I'll stay here for the rest of the day, but I promise to spend the day at home. You appear in Nele's domain and recognized by the sketch lines, nature, and yet the place don't recognize. The isolated place where wherever you look, a black river surrounds it. The only thing that has color in the area in the sea has color here is the sea of flowers on the ground, painted in vibrant, warm yellow. They all appear to be the same kind of yet could not identify their type of name. What flower is this? I don't know. Nellie starts walking towards the field of flowers, caring little if he steps on or crushes them in process. And indeed, with every step he takes, the flowers are crushed. Why are you crushing them? He doesn't watch his feet. His eyes are fixated almost ahead, with a clear purpose, oblivious to where he steps or conquest on his actions. Yellow is my favorite color. She loves. Oh wait, what? Yellow is my favorite color. She loves yellow flowers, and we have quite a few in our garden. I took care of them, but she never told me what they're called. No matter how many times describe their appearance to mother, we never managed to or recreate the flowers I once had in my memory. And Mary? My sister. We created at the same time, and in one of the creator's many discarded ideas, we became siblings. We're siblings. Nale lowers his gaze, and that's when he realizes what he has done. As if his eyes couldn't believe it, he lifts a foot and confirmed the obvious. He crushed all the flowers in his path. Oh, I forgot that your eyes. I forgot your eyes. This could happen. He doesn't say anything more. You look at one of the many flowers and that Nole has crushed, and the atmosphere has grown heavy, more than you could bear without feeling a strange purpose in your chest. Something inside you aches, but it does not because of anything of your own. It's because of Nola. Nola? You hear a voice that resorts from the place, very similar to Septon's voice. Septon's voice at the hotel. Something distorted and optimist, gaining from all the points of space at once. It makes you a little dizzy. God damn, she's pretty. Behind Nola is a figure militarized. Its mother, as generous as the last time you saw her. Nole, we must talk. Is this necessary to do so now? If not now, perhaps you'll continue making mistakes. Mother wears a expression of disapproval before continuing in silence of Nole. I shouldn't have explained myself, dear Neo. What the heck am I looking at? At last thing you see, Nole's fingers trembles and breaking apart, transferring into something monstrous. Your body does the same. It doesn't hurt, but you feel as through your face, along with your arms and legs breaking apart. You collapse on the ground, allowing yourself to listen. You cease to see. You cease to feel. Oh snap! He's knocked unconscious. This should be enough. I hope this is clear to you. Is that Mother's voice? They're almost fused. I'm sorry. I didn't know that couldn't happen. Was that really necessary? It's the only way to make you understand you're getting distracted. I don't like that. My plan is going perfectly. How I excluded is none of your concern. I'll try being more grateful. I would not tolerate you speaking to me like that, young man. Ooh, damn. Uh, ooh. Something inside you began to ache. Ouch! Don't squeeze my eyes like that. Memories of something forgetting speak to life, only fades into nothingness as soon as they appear. Oh dang, got flashbang again. About to say flashing warning, I'm being flashbang. So glad it's broad daylight and I'm still getting flashbang. Aim the witness of a place, and you see a figure. He watches you from afar, with no interaction, of course, closer. But is he walking closer to me? Closer, but with a clear fluctuation. Oh, well now you can actually help me. Who are you? Their past and their future. The entity burst into laughter. I can't believe that after all these years I finally get a response from you. Incredible. Venom, listen to me. I need you to go inside Nola. What? He's a selfish person. Just because he got us all trapped inside his body doesn't mean he gets to make the decision all on his own. You look like Nola with fluffy hair. The figure appears before you. It's Nola. Huh, that's not my name. I'm not that crybaby. Whoa, chill. Chill off him. But it seems that someone forced us all out of a second that thanks to that I can reach you. The body of that thing you're using is easy to access. Though I think this will only work once. He must have already been realizing you're missing a layer. Well, no import no importia? You're going to help me, right? Make him linger longer in his memories. I know you have access to them, but you have to do it before he complete his mission. Because after that, it'll be impossible for you to touch a world that is no longer exists. Don't tell me, but I already know a way to cure all our ailments without ending our existence. He extends his hand towards you, waiting for you to take it. I'll be waiting for you. It, hold on. But something stops you, and as if someone grabs you by the neck and straight pulls you, pull force your eyes open. Oh snap! You're in Nola's house, lying on his bed. Good morning! Sorry about what happened last night. Mother wanted to talk to me alone. You try to get up, but Nola stops you. His hand presses gently against your shoulders, urging you to lie back down on the bed. Your body broken apart when Mother spoke my original name. Your essence were fluttered everywhere. I almost absorbed you completely. What happened if you absorbed me? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. There's a pause as Nola drifts off in the thought of for a moment. Well, now that you're alone again, let me remind you. We still have 2 dates pending. 2 dates, huh? Noah steps away from the bed and walks towards the window with a burst of energy. He pulls the curtains open, letting the light that shines through the void. It's dim light, gently on the eyes, comforting in a way. We got 2 full days. Tonight, I'm taking you to dinner. I like to have a quiet moment with you. Somewhere we'll be served and can just enjoy the evening together. Uh uh shoot. Well, those 3 will be dealt later. Where are we going? Noah smiles, clasping his hands together and tilting his head slightly. To my hotel. I'll go make breakfast. Your puppet's too weak to stand right now. And we need it in top condition so nothing interrupts our time together. Noah dissolves into thin smoke, leaving behind a black hole in the floor. Proof he teleported to the kitchen, you assumed. Part of you hopes to hear again from the entity that contacted you before you woke, but instead you find you only hear your own thoughts and the echo of your fractured heartbeat. Nothing else, just that. When the silence became too much, you decided to look out the window, and you wondered what's become of the rest of the garden. In a way, you feel a warmer curiosity to see what's left of remaining domains. And you want to see what's the domain consumed by Nulla looks like now. Would they be completely black and white? Amor! Don't let the puppet ruin your day! Today and tomorrow are meant to be days of pure pleasure. Nulla appears this time through the half-open door, pushing it gently with one of his void forms. A guard? That's when the scent of warm bread and freshly brewed coffee reaches you. The smell fills the room as your eyes fall on the tray Noah carries in his hands. This time it's breakfast for 2. Period. He sits beside you on the bed, setting the tray on the blankets and offering you a cup with one of his void pendants. It is empty. You look at him puzzled. I never asked you what you exactly like. Some people love coffee, but others can't stand it. Tea allows for a bit more variety, though then there is a matter of whether you like sweet or not. So I'll take this chance to learn something about you. I want to know more. Just your favorite word. Pookie. Ah! I want to know more than just your favorite word, Pookie. God, to be honest, I literally forgot I typed that. Molly chuckles softly, a mixture of fondness and mischief. So then, tea or coffee? Me personally, I like iced coffee. I actually like sweet iced coffee. Looks like we have similar tastes, he says proudly. And suddenly your cup fills with steaming liquid, doubling the strong scent of coffee. Once ready, Nella starts preparing the bread and spread butter over the cast edge where it melts under the warm and dough. Bread with butter, my favorite, simply easy to make. You can add whatever you like to yours. And it's true, on the tray lies an assortment of things, sweet and savory alike, to go with the bread. It's a shame I can't actually see you eat, or that you can't taste my breakfast either. He says this while taking a sip from his own cup of coffee. He doesn't look as hurt as his voice suggests. Noah fills with the moment of casual talk between sips. He accepts with a quiet reassurance that everything conversation with you is always will be one-sided. But it's something that he did I unmute my mic by the way? So I like I don't know, my brain went straight to like, did I unmute my mic? But something he'll have to bear until he finished his way to speak. you directly. He says that before rambling about the many kinds of tea he was having the pleasure of taste. So your breakfast turns out to be interesting. And also, I gotta check if I'm recording. I am recording. Well, are you? Well, who are you kidding? At this point, Nola could be talking about anything, and you'll still listen as if every word were pure gold, wouldn't you? He just got you just as bonded to him as you got him bonded to you. What's wrong with that? When breakfast ends, you feel your body regain its strength, and Nola noticed it too. I was thinking, both of you stare into the void, waiting for the right moment to head to the hotel. You spend the hours in each other's company, enjoying the little things that happens, and the quiet rhythm of the dusmetic routine that Nella is so enjoy sharing with you. I don't like this place. I never really did, to be honest. No matter where I looked, everything has its name, and it's awful. He looks down at his hands with a trace of disgust, and you can't quite grasp what's running through his mind. And I know I might be asking a lot. I know it's even likely that you won't be able to. It might be a bit troublesome, but I have a painting that always been blank. No, forget it. I don't think it really matters whether it does or not. After all, in the end, nothing will remain. I want to hear you. His eyes lights up, but not with joy. There's something within them that keeps that glow from becoming true happiness or hope. You feel strange. His hands intertwine with his gaze drops, as as if bracing himself to confess something heavy. You don't have to do it. Don't take it as an order or something you need to do to unlock something from me. I honestly hate for you to feel pressured into doing anything. Something beyond the game, of course. I just thought it would be nice to have something of yours here with me. Something touched directly by your hands. Something you and only you have changed. Even if it's just a single color change, I'll be happy. I'll he'll say I'll love. Would you like to do it? I'll try. Don't worry if you can't manage it. I love for you won't change. You don't have to do it now. I can wait for one more act. This is the canvas I have. If you do, rename the image to per- Paranulla so I know it's yours. Okay. Oh, oh, just. I, well, I don't have I never drew with a mouse before, by the way. That's what I did. Hi there, Pookie. Put my favorite word. I didn't know what else to put there. The moment comes when Nola asks if you like to join him with while he gets ready. You stare at him for a long time while before answering. Yeah. Nola takes your hand and leads you to his room. Inside, he asks you to sit on his bed and wait for a moment. Then, without further words, he slips into the bathroom, saying he won't take too long. And indeed, Nola takes barely 5 minutes. You flinch when the bathroom door suddenly opens. From emerge a black-haired man dressed in a new outfit, brushed his hair neatly to one side. But something's missing, and that's his tie. I love to see you dressed up all elegant, but I suppose that's asking too much. Though I like you just the way you are. Perfectio. Nella approaches and with a snap of his fingers makes a tie appear. Its color stands out, perhaps a little too much. I think this color is perfect, but blue could work too. Though this green more of a charcoal shade. You could change and edit the tie if you want to. He says it playfully, though he doesn't bother explaining the joke. What do you mean? You glances at the tie and silently thank the gods that he didn't choose the green one. Well, will you help me with the knot? Oh, this is so cute. You nod and step closer to him, so close that you can hear his breathing. You both Mm. You both work on the knot, and you can't help but glance up at Nell's face, searching for his eyes. He just smiles at you. When you're done, you rest your hand on his shirt, gently adjusting the collar. Nell exhales softly, closing his eyes and savoring the moment for a few seconds longer. It feels nice to have some time for just us. He gives you a look filled with longing and something else. Something you still can't quite decipher. His hands search for yours without breaking eye contact. His cool, soft fingers brush tenderly over your knuckles. I can almost fool myself into believing you're really in front of me. And today, I think I'll just do that. Aww. Slowly, Noah takes your hand and fully into his own and waits. You don't rest. He rubs his cheeks against your palm, closing his eyes. He nuzzles into like a cat, needy, instant, and craving affection. Once satisfied, he places a kiss on the corner of your hand, eyes meeting yours. You don't mind, do you? No. Nola smiles, and the expression doesn't quite reach his eyes. It's a pained expression. Nola gives your knuckles one last kiss, and his shadow slowly begins to swallow the two of you whole, until you're completely consumed by the void. Inside, Noah looks at you. His eyes never leaves your face as he leans closer to whisper something in your ear. We can have our other dates here. Something more intimate. You'll be surrounded by me, only if you want to. Or we could just leave the garden entirely and go somewhere else. Hmm? Oh, I don't know. I like it here. Yeah, I don't know. The garden's dying anyway. Yeah. You don't have time to respond because your feet suddenly hit solid ground and you stumble blindly. But we can save that for tomorrow. Noah steadies you by the waist before letting go and stepping back. A moment pause and then another. The silence throbs in your ears. It's unsettling silence so complete that you hear your heartbeat and the air move all through your lungs, as if something's missing, but you still can't tell what it is. You're feeling a presence around you, cold, crawling, and sensation almost chokes you. And then Noah claps his hands. The lights floods the place. It's the kitchen of his hotel industry. Your eyes search for frames, but all you can see is human-shaped figures, black and as smoke and dressed in tuxedos. The moment your eyes filled upon them, they start moving, some heading for the counters, others retrieving vegetables from the pantry. The longer you look, the more unsettling it becomes. Their movements make no sound. The knives one of the holds makes no noise, as if scratching against a cutting board. The the bags filled with carbon dioxide lacks the familiar crackling of plastic when squeezing. And then when you realize there's no background music to accompany the scene. Oh, you're right. I almost forgot a little detail. It's hard to remember and set everything in place now that only half of the world is still functioning. With another clap, music fills the room and floods the silence. Oh, where's Franz? Huh. He used to serve on Reduce. Oh. He died along with his creator. Shoot. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. He's fine. That's all he gives you, I answer. You struggle to make sense of what it is. It's just a virgin response. It's barely answer anything. I think it's obvious. Wait. Now you understand. Fams was erased, devoured by the void when Nala give you Deus essence. Oh. Alright then. Let's take our seats at our table. Whoa. Nala offers you his hand and waits for you to take it before leading you out of the kitchen. You glance one last time at the shadows before walking beside him. The moment you step out of the kitchen, the dining hall fills with voices and laughters that weren't there before, and you can't help but compare it to how it looks when you first arrived in this world. Now the tables have shadows. Shadows that move, lifts on utensils, drinks from glasses, others clinks them together in cheerful toast, creating an illusion of a lively place that hasn't existed before. I can only add a few of them playing on stage. If you like Camaro. It's yes please. Excellent. Then we'll have to fill a package. A good meal and live music. It's been a long time since I had something to do this exciting, and I have had the best company beside me to enjoy it with. At the table near the pillars, Nella hurries already and pulls out a chair for you to sit. Oh, that's cute. Once you see it, Noah takes his place across from you. Immediately, a shadow in tuxedos materializes before you, and both of you presents the menu. Order whatever you like. It's on me. He says it with a playful smile, gesturing with his hands. He's enjoying himself. Ah, I love it. I pulled this straight from the code. Can you check it if it works? Nilla hands you a menu so you can look. Wait, could he be referring to? You can touch to interact. Oh, heck yeah. You can't read any of what's written below the image. Don't worry, Kanael. I'll help you. Click whatever you want, and I'll tell you what it is. I think that's salmon, spaghetti, and pie. Wait, there's hearts over this one. Oh, that's raspberry cheesecake. It's very sweet and tasty. Do you want to order that? Yeah. I think I'll copy you. I feel like having something sweet. Noah looks at you, sweating in pain, but his smile doesn't falter. Are you okay? Uh, I think doing that took a lot of energy out of me. But that's fine. It's good to know it works. Maybe we could just use it again sometimes. I already have an idea for that feature. The food arrives just in time to see artistic as though it has been prepared by real human hands. If you ignore the fact that it was just cooked by bodiless shadows. Nella smiles at the shadows, takes the and bring in the dishes and dismiss moment both plates are on the table, and with a snap of his fingers. Without waiting long, he takes a glass and raises it to you, waiting for you to meet his toast, a tender smile on his face. Toast. To us. The sound of crystal clinking and delicate intimate like a second shared between just the two of you. Period. Oh, this is so sweet. This is so colorful and lively. Then Noah placed his mouth on the glass and slowly dully brushed his lips against the rim, sends a bubbling pressure deep into your stomach. Wait, every time he eats, I also consume something? Every time I eat, he also... I don't know. E- Even more so with the look Noah gives you while taking a sip, half-lidded eyes raised to let you outside. For a moment, you forgot how to breathe. The meal pauses slowly and partially with a bite of a conversation and the stories from past memories. Noah raised his hand, tracing the outline of your face with his fingers before resting his palm on your cheek. I'm really happy, and not just because of how you look. No, no. It's everything you represent, your reactions, your attention. It's just the first time I truly felt watched, seen, as if my existence actually mattered. His hand slowly slides across the table, searching for yours. When he finds it, he holds it gently, his thumb traced small lines across your fingers. But at the same time, I was afraid that you'll go with Septon or Unan. Ah! I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna be honest, if I knew how to activate you sooner, I would have went for you in the second episode. In the first episode, I went with Udon. I went with him and had two kids. They're not as interesting as I am, of course. He says with a playful smile, glancing instead of at the wine. His other hand toys idly with the rim of his glass. I know at some point you'll go see what their stories are about, or maybe you already have. But I'm not I'm not worried about that anymore. After the seventh day ends, I'll get what I want. What do you want? To be free, and Nola checks and takes a faint blush. I want to be yours. His eyes drops deeper than usual. No more gratitude, no more overconfident smile. No, now you have Noah's confessing something that does beyond words, locked away in his heart and worries. A silent confession that always existed, but only now has found a voice to be realized with. But the last thing is harder to achieve than the first. For now it sounds like a childish fantasy that something's possible. Although, if I were yours, I could be many things. Be your computer without needing the game to be running. Send you messages or spend times together watching something you like. He lets out a soft smile but slightly dry laugh. Let dreaming costs nothing. Aw. I just like close the game and like after I complete I close the game, I just see him in like as my wallpaper. You're interrupting when the shadows takes the empty dishes from your table, handle Nulla envelope first. He takes it, smile, glancing without interest at the envelope details. From where you sit, it's difficult to make out the sender. Before you can ask, what another shadow appears behind you, holding a golden multi-tiered tray decorated with metal laced and ornate edges. What? Noah takes the chance to slip the envelope into his pocket without bothering to open it, and his attention shifts to the tray. Each tier is carefully arranged with different material desserts. Once the tray is placed on the table, the shadow bows before vanishing into nothingness. Desserts is the best part of the meal. Damn. Huh. Noah inspects the tray carefully, selecting the desserts before bringing it to his mouth. Do you like how I look, or would you rather I change my form? He doesn't give you time to answer. The next question bursts from his lips, so fast it is as if he's vomiting as after holding back for so long, longer than he could stand. If I had a different appearance, would you still feel the same about me? What do you mean? Noah lowers his gaze, his ears tainted red, betraying his embarrassment. He stays serious as he tries to form a response. If I were a worm, would you? But he yo, it's those questions. If I was a worm, would you still love me? But he fails and starts laughing to himself. Okay, okay. That sounds funnier in my head. I'm sorry, but it's a genuine question. If I had a form different from this one, would I still be me? If I were a woman, old, older, if I look just like something, don't yo, turn back. Turn back. Would I still be me? I could take on any appearance I want, but none of them feels like mine. Even this appearance. It's something taken from someone who existed before me, but it isn't me. And possibly in a few more years, I'll have another appearance if I don't finish this sooner. Uh, how about your. Wait. Who? Who? I love you no matter what. You tell him that his appearance doesn't matter, that whatever one he feels comfortable in is fine. That he could be anything, damn, even damn, a worm, and you'll still love him. He watching turns into a worm right now would be funny. The day comes to an end in arrival of a chai. After Nola finished the last desserts from the tray. And you're not sure what's funnier, the fact that it arrived or that Nola takes it and examines it so seriously. Ah, as if he was generally checking the if that everything was in order. Hey, how much of a tip do you think these handsome, charming waiters, or who absolutely not exaggeration of myself, deserve? $1 million. That would be so funny. $1 million. $1 million. Who is? I'm getting 2 emails thinking $1 million. Oh, that was generous and altered soul. I can accept less from my companion. With this, my little babies will be able to quit working here. They'll open their little bakery and live peacefully. Wouldn't that be great, guys? The shadows silently. Oh goodness. The shadows retreat without a word, guiding towards the kitchen behind them. They leave a trail of smoke, visibly only if you focus your eyes. You're left alone with Noah again, once again. Uh, he says something at first. He watches you, both hands resting on the table. His lips slightly, but it takes him another moment to speak. There's something he wants to say, though it seems that he doesn't like it. Well, it's time to go. He rises slowly, extending his hand towards you, waiting for you to take it. When your fingers brush against his, the void returns, dragging you both into the space without ground or sky, nothingness, marking the end of the illusion and the end of the date. I really enjoyed myself today. His words are sincere and underlined them. His arms gently wrapped around you, pulling your body against his in a gesture far more intimate than his words. Thank you so much for today. He whispers by your ear, his his lower tone barely audible within an enveloping silence of the void. Then he takes your hand in the study them, as if reading something important. He tilts them and inspects the palms and backs of his full attentions, drinking in every single detail he can find. You don't expect the look of disapproval he gives once the inspection ends. I think it's running out of fuel. You'll have to go to sleep once we're home. Aw, man, I don't want to. I'm really sorry, but I can't risk anything happening to your puppet. We need to take care of it if you want to stay here with me. One wrong step and all your progress we have made will be lost. No, it won't. I got save files. And as if your body has been waiting for a confirmation, weight begins to gather all your eyelids. It's hard to keep your eyes open, faintly settling into settling to your limbs, making your body feel heavy. Noah appreciates that what's happening and acts before you collapse. Gently he guides your hands to his wrist so you can hold to his waist so you can hold on to him. In a blink of an eye, the room where you sleep manifests before you. You're not sure if you walked there or simply appeared, but now you're standing before his bed. Nila helps you sit down gently, then and unhurriedly he kneels to remove your shoes, not not uttering a single word. I gotta be honest, I thought we was running around barefooted. I'm joking. Once finished, he stands and lifts the blanket and steps aside to give you space, inviting you to slide under the sheets. You sit under the sheets slowly. When you finally tucked in, you lift your gaze. Noah watches you unmoving. For a few seconds, he doesn't say a word. Noah meets your eyes again, though thoughtful, before giving you a crooked smile. I can stay with you until you fall asleep. Yes. He his reaction is immediate. His eyes widen for an instant, as if he hasn't expected your answer. But soon his expression returns to normal. Okay. It's all he says, though he can't help but smile that forms and spreads across his lips. Yeah. Sorry. The love lies down beside you, choosing not to slip under the sheets. He exhales, releasing all the tension in his body, and relaxes beside yours. If we were hunted one more yesterday, we would have 3 days. Oh, so if we killed three yesterday. But Tara wasn't there. Cause like in Septon's thing, she usually is with him. Ugh. He rubs his cheeks roughly get between both hands. I want more I want one more day with you. I don't want to reach the 7th day yet. Saga. Without warning or a word, you move closer, wrapping your arms around his body, feeling and sliding your hands alongside his back, slowly and delicately. Your embrace is met with immediate urgency. Nala holds you tight and against his chest, as if he never wants to let you go, as if he could consume you and keep you within himself. His lips search and wait for you, so close that his nose brushed against yours. I have you in front of me, not a puppet. No, you. It sounds like a mantis a attempt to manifest something impossible, so desperate it almost feels like he's convinced himself it's true. But tonight, both of you play pretend. Look at the little hearts over his head. That's everything is fine. That everything makes sense. That all of this is real. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! He, I'm doing too much. You sealed your lips with his and a soft, tender touch. But that's all it takes for Nella to take everything. The kiss transforms and deepens, becomes intimate and demanding. He consumes. It's intoxicating as if he's trying to merge with you. Though that's single contract. His hands join the dance, caressing your neck and jaw before holding you firmly, guiding you. When you start when you start to grasp for air, Nella pulls away with a satisfying sigh, sending an electric shock through your body. The sound of that muffled sigh sends a shiver through you. Nella hides his face and hollows between your neck and shoulder. There, there. He plants another kiss on your neck, soft and just barely glazes your skin. Oh my gosh. I think that's enough for today. His breath is extremely calm, but in his chest you can feel a deep, steady heartbeat. Or maybe it's yours. Or can't tell where you end and he begins anymore. But you sure that of one thing, you don't want to break this connection, not yet. So you close your eyes, silently pray that Noah doesn't disappear in the middle of that night. He did. The next morning follows the same routine as last. Noah brings you breakfast in bed, announcing tonight you'll be going out again. Until then, he says you both can spend the day resting. When you finish eating, Noah takes the tray and reminds you to be careful if you decide to leave the room. He presses a gentle kiss on your forehead before leaving the room, quietly closing the door behind. You wait for a moment before deciding what to do next. We're gonna walk around, sleep for a while, or explore. Um, okay, let's explore around the house for a bit. You get out of bed, standing making you realize how heavy your body feels, so you stretch a little, shake it off. Look through the documents. You walk over to the desk in the room. Upon reaching it, you notice how everything is arranged and almost completely precise. All the sheets are perfectly stacked. You skim through a few of them, and none of them catch your attention, until you came across a small stack of blank pages and a pen. Leaving a message for Nell wouldn't be such a bad idea. What do you think? Write something. You pick up a pen and you ponder what to write, or you doodle aimlessly in the corner of the page. What do you write? Um, Show respect for the bit. I'm joking. Um, I don't know what to. I like these. Ye- Yeah, I like cheesecake and red velvet. Alexa, how do you spell red velvet?
Red velvet is spelled R-E-D
Uh huh.
space V-E-L-V-E-T.
Okay, red velvet cake. Alexa, be quiet. Enter. You sat the message for a moment, and fleeting thought crossed your mind. You truly hope that Noah will be able to read it someday. Uh, Explore the rooms. Went through the rooms in search of the sun that aspect curiosity or reveal a little more about him. As soon as you realize that Noah's house lacks eccentric personality, there's no decoration, no photographs, no objects that will tell his life, and always before you arrived. There's no books either, nor any signs of hobbies, or he might have enjoyed it better times. Everything feels empty, soulless, artificial. Noah only has what's strictly necessary exist, and for some reason, that makes you a little sad. You walk to the kitchen. Easy in the kitchen, through the house entrance, and near the stairs. Nothing catches your attention. Oh dang! Go outside. It's just chill outside. Outside it's cold and eerie silent, as if there was a forest in the air, and the whole place was just a photograph. There's nothing moves and nothing disturbs the place, except for you. You decide to go back inside. You can't stand the cold any longer. Okay, let's go find him. You wander through the house looking for Noah. You hate to admit that, but you're surprised by how hard he is to find. And there he is. You swear you already passed the spot and he wasn't there. Maybe he's playing a prank on you. Did you miss me? He asked casually. Yeah. He smiles coolly pleased. Noah leads you to the kitchen, turns onto the kettle, and grabs a knife alongside with some fruit. He starts slicing the fruit while you watch him. The skill that he had with the knife is impressive. I was thinking of going into my memories. That way I'll have more materials to work with, to finally have a normal date for once. We could have a picnic or, oh, I know, how about visiting a fair? We could ride a Ferris wheel or play some of those little games to win a prize. What do you think? Of course. Good. Then I'll get ready. Already? Don't we gotta go kill somebody? Or drain their essence? Okay. The kettle begins to whistle. Noah stops mid-cut, sets a fruit aside, and gets to pour the tea. We'll go after this. He, as he fills the cups with hot water, Noah smiles as he remembering something. If the thought of being apart from me scares you, here. What? Everything suddenly feels soft. He sets the kettle aside and extends his hands towards you, opens and empty. Noticing your confusion, Noah closes his fist tightly in his knuckles, turning a pale and presence. A dark vision mass begins to ooze from between his fingers, pulsing like this beneath. You watch his curiously unease. As soon as you take it, a small creature it stings in your hands. Then 6 eyes opens to meet yours. Then just stares at you with some curiosity he shows them. If you're afraid of being away from me, I can just give you part of myself. With this, you'll always be able to come back, no matter where you are, or which timeline you're in. Though you'll be able to use it when you're far from me. Oh, I need to preserve my energy. You understand, don't you, Kariano? You can't respond because of the creature slips into your skin, absorbs completely. No trace of it remains. I heard something and I got scared. Oh, oh, look at it! But look at the adorable icon you got. No points to the left side of your screen. It doesn't work yet, but it looks nice. I'm yours, and you have no one but me. Oh, this is so cute. Oh shoot, those words. Nelly finally steps back. He looks satisfied with what he's done. At least it's comforting that you don't feel any pain. Your body's unharmed, and you assume that this is part of Noel as its bonus something useful, maybe in case of energy. If such energy ever comes, in fact, it would be bad to use it other saves too. Wait, in fact, it wouldn't be bad to use it in other saves too. Having a quick access to Noel sounds pretty handy. Well then, time to head to our date. Hope you like it. I have everything planned out for today. Okay, wait. So only he can do that, or can the others do that? I don't know. He looks so cute. Nothing happens. Frick. He's still there. His fingers intertwine with yours and search and scare in contact before dividing into the void. You stop seeing, you stop hearing, you stop feeling yourself floating alone. Nella is no longer with you. Panic sets in, you can't breathe, and you feel like you're falling endlessly into the bottomless pit. Nothing happens. He's not with me. I want to see what happens. The first time this has happened. It's okay. Just wait a little longer. Uh, Nola? You're obviously me no more, my dear. You felt finally your feet finally touched the ground. As they do, the world burst into light, and sounds flood your ears, as if someone has flipped a switch, flooding your senses all at once. There are many lights that for a moment it's hard to focus. At least I didn't get flashbang. I would have got scared if I did. Um, when your sight clears, you recognize the place easily a fairground filled with food stands and games and chance most likely rigged, so almost no one could win the prize. There are people around, but not many. you can move freely without anyone invading your personal space or bumping into you. It's perfect, just enough to make you believe everything will be fine. Do you like it? Yeah. Nilla chuckles softly. I ponder all my energy into remembering every little detail of this fair. Though if it happens to see floating cows or a person without a head, just ignore them, please. Is that an eye? You take you take You take Noah's hands as you walk together. The first stop is shooting gallery. Oh my goodness. Screw everything. I want that shark. Wait! I just remembered. Our character mentioned. So, is this supposed to be Septon, uh, Udon, Unam, and Nulla? I don't know what this is, but I want the shark. Sorry. You both respect the prices, which to plus the toys all shapes and sizes. He asks which one you promised to win for you. Actually, to keep with it, the kitten. It reminds you of Nulla somehow. Maybe it's the ears. Okay. Nulla exclaims loudly as his tone exaggerates with playful curiosity. Okay, I know the reference. Or I'm thinking of something else. Um, He asks as he stands over and turns and completely ignores the toy gun, offering to him. Noah prefers his not all dangerous revolver, which is materialized with a casual flicker of his hand. The stall owner doesn't give a single damn. He just stands perfectly in the character unbothered as if nothing strange has happened, and that reminds you that you're not in the real world. No. You're in the domain built for the revenge of the entity memories. One that has lived many lives, he probably can't even remember how many anymore. A place where basically he can do whatever he please. The skill that he displays with the gun is both admirable and a little terrifying. He doesn't miss a single target, and worse, he looks so damn good while aiming the revolver. The stall owner congratulates him and hands him over the plush toy you picked. Period. How did I do? Thank you. Nella beams. Its genuine smile almost tender. Period. Uh, um. Is that a horse? Oh. After wandering for a while between flashing lights and a cheerful music, Nola suggested going on the Ferris wheel. He doesn't wait for your answer, he simply takes your hand and leads you through the crowd. He skips the line without hesitation. No one says a word or even seems to notice, but you can't help but feel a bit guilty. You turn your head slightly to glance at the people in line, but their faces are blurred, lacking the real detail. Nola quickly uh is quick to comfort you, smiling in a way someone would at a child having a small tantrum. None of, none of them really matter. It sounds cruel, but in context, he's right. Though he doesn't bother to explain the obvious. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. It's a little heart TV. The spacious cabinet is just for two people, and the lights coming through the windows is soft, tinted blue by the hour. No, Nola steps in first and doesn't sit right next to you. He settles at the respective distance, carefully not to invade your space. Ah, not too close, not too far. No, the only time I ever got to one of these is really boring. Wait, what? What you say? The only time I ever got on one of these, it's really boring. Me personally, I actually like Ferris wheels. I like them. Yeah, now I understand why. If the company's good and the experience is too. His finger slides towards yours, naturally brushing slightly, testing before intertwining. The touch calm your instant. His eyes drifted towards the window, and yours follow his gaze. The view from atop here is beautiful. The sun has fallen set, and begins to fall. The fair lights flicker below, decorating the scene in shifting colors and blending together, and the people who, as if moving at pure pure determined pattern. From this height, the people looks like ants, and for a moment you wonder if Nala has always seen this world this way. When the cabin stops at the very top, Nala finally speaks. If people who are no longer with us has the second chance to return, would you bring them back? Depends. Nala ponders the answers for a long while. Time stretches, feeling almost endless. I missed her so much. I'll do anything to have her back with me. I used to come here just to see her again. But after a while, her memories started to wrap. The longer I stayed here, the more everything distorts, and the harder it becomes to channel her. The dark, very substance begins to surround her, Nala, for a moment. But when you focus your eyes, it vanish. Must be his darker thoughts, uh, taking shape again. The fair wheels come to an end as the cabin lowers and the door opens, waiting for you both to step out. Could we do something to cheer you up? You make me happy. He replies, biting back a laugh, but that doesn't quite escape. Noah takes a moment to think before answering. He looks around with something you can't quite identify, a mix of nostalgia and recognition, buried beneath countless layers meant to keep him from breaking down before you. His eyes wandered over the hanging lights at the stalls and in isolated members of the crowds that probably makes no sense. Even if you listen closely for a moment, it seems like he's going to say no. Oh shoot. He's until he lets out a long sigh. One that he has been held in and for far too long. His eyes return to you. All right, we can stay a little longer. You spend the time wandering the fair and the stalls with no real direction. Noah walks by your side, alternative not to his surroundings but to you. His attention is fixed on you, and it terrifies you how little he seems to care about anything else. He buys a few sweets to share, though he ends up eating almost all of them himself. Each bite it tastes as if it was the first hunger for more. You watch him chew slowly, savoring every tiny detail. He offers you a piece with a wide smile. You had to refuse. Your stomach can't take anymore. He on the other hand never seems to get full. He's a bottomless pit, and you're sure it's just not about food. Nola is in his body and soul is a bottomless being, being whom you never truly known. You don't know if it's good thing or not. What? Uh, A snarling voice cuts through the music. The crowd stops immediately, frozen in time and space. Noah lifts his gaze, alerted, scanning the crowd. That's now stares directly at you, both hundreds and motionless face, all with eyes so wide they're ready to pop out their sockets. What's happening? And does that says ass? Does that says ass? That looks like it says ass. Something's not right. Oh, what's happening? You can't look away from the people. Something's stopping you. You're not certain what if you're what? You're not sure if oh, you're not certain if you're not certain that if you do, something's worse will happen. But you need to see Nala. You need to talk to him. So you forces yourself to tear your eyes away from the other bodies. He seems trapped, too, and not fully present. His body is surrounded by lines. More and more of them. A dark substance begins to rise from his feet, slowly covering him. It moves slowly, but it doesn't stop. And you know what this means, or at least, or you think you do. Oh, does he have to go? No, we have to go. You grab his clothes tightly, trying to bring him back. You plead with him desperately. Your words finally reach him. His eyes move, searching for you. But something in them isn't fully there. The usual charity that Mistress Spark is gone. You tell him everything that comes to mind, that he can't stay here, that this place is consuming him, that isn't real, that you're with him, that you that he doesn't have to stay trapped. You remembered him. You remind him of the mission, of his purpose, of what still happens to do. You need Noah to listen to you. You really you listen and do as you say. Just once. You're right. We have to go on. We have to go on and we have to go on with the day. Your body must be tired. Leaving Noah's memories was unlike any experience before. Still nothing? Um, through Noah takes your hands and your body wasn't absorbed by the void. This time, instead of you were thrown out of instead you were thrown out with violent force, leaving no time to react. And in a blink of an eye, you're no longer inside. You're both back in the exact position you were before entering his memories. And you looked around for any signs of time has passed, but nothing in Noah's house confirms it. There's no clocks nor objects that can measure time outside there, only a vast darkness wrapped around the house, cutting off completely from anything beyond the domain of the void. The teapot still steams, a sliced fruit on the plate hasn't dried, and the knife lies beside it. Those are the only clues suggesting not much time has passed since the date begun, and you wondered how Noah managed time. Sorry about the sorry about the plushie. Noah says, catching your attention. The plushie? You glance at your hand, realizing what he means. It's no longer with you. There's no trace of it left. Nothing jingles to prove that you ever won a plushie together at the fair. Everything that happens in my memories means nothing outside of them. Nothing born in there can cross over. If it weren't that way, everything would be much easier. The light laugh doesn't quite reach his expression. Though his lips form a smile, his eyes search for no hint of humor. Pulling things or people from there, that's a great, that wouldn't be it. Okay. To recover something that only exists in your memories. Mm, but it wouldn't be exactly that object. It'd be amazing, but it wouldn't be just that object. You're right. Still, I'll settle for that. Wouldn't you? Yeah, I'll be fine with that. We are made for each other! Soulmates me the more. Me the more. Oh, 13. 68. Did she grade the other stuff? Because I submitted 12. I'm 1 point off. That's crazy. I'm 1 point off from 10. Ugh. She got a grade 12 and I got 14. 14's not that bad. 14's not that bad. Soulmates me the more. Well, either way, it's just what? Either way, it's not good to stay frozen in memories and forget the present or the future. Tomorrow we'll have to get back to the plan. Nella steps back slightly as if remembering you that you're here. You're free to move however you wish. But before you can react, you notice him slipped his hand into his pocket and pull out a letter one of his shadows gave him the day before. It's already open, which means he read it, or at least skimmed through it. I didn't want to read it while you were here. It would be like talking about work in the middle of a date. That would have been disrespectful to you. So I decided to wait. But now I think it's a good time. He carefully pulls the letter from the envelope and steps closer, offering it to you see what's written. In short message written in the language you can't understand. There is no need to ask for a translator. Noel starts explaining right away. It's from Sexdom. It says that she'll come tomorrow for lunch. Okay, wait. She's willingly coming into a dangerous zone. Or she got a bomb. She about to poof. She got a bomb on her, bro. But or she's willingly giving to us. She most likely is willingly giving to us, so I don't know. And she's bringing dessert. You're allowing her to go because she got dessert. You're a little afraid of asks about the dessert. Will it be something real or something else that you're not ready to comprehend? You need a break. You need another day before continuing to help Noah with his so-called justified genocide. Noah folds the letter neatly and makes it vanish with a simple snap of his fingers. Don't worry. I'll know where this is heading. His tone sounds strange. He speaks with calm that chills you, confirm that it's laced with control and euphoria. In the making, you have to wait a longer. Wow. You have to wait a little longer before you find out how this ends. Wow. Thanks, Rooney. Thanks, Rooney. Alright, wait, go back. Cause shit, like, bro, he was over here talking about, he was over here talking about he gonna rip his head off. Like, damn. He's like, stop looking like my wife. Like, he said, stop looking like my wife. Ah, damn. But what I remembered is it was either him or Septon saying that since he was creating, okay, I'm thinking the eyes shows the a number of eyes shows what day they were created. Udon has one because he was created on Monday. He was like the first, and he was created on Monday, and these two eyes was obviously stole from the Moon Girl, so she had four eyes. So she was born on Thursday because she had four eyes, and obviously Duran, the one who's like who got those arms, was born on a Tuesday. Yeah, I'm getting it now. big brain. I'm such a big brain. I'm such a big brain. I'm such a big brain, bro. He said he was gonna rip out my eyelids to make me watch. Is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's quite crazy that he was saying that. He's like, I'll slit your eyelids to make you watch. Is wild. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. It's 1:11. I don't know when I started recording, so hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm probably gonna change my model, so my model might end up going through a change. So please like and subscribe. Enjoy my lovely empire. I love you guys. Mwah mwah mwah. And also, if you want to check out this game yourself, you can check the game out down in the link down in the description down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Me personally, I actually really enjoyed this game so far, especially like the different paths and how each characters reacts to around the world around it. I think pretty much out of everyone who's the calmest is freaking uh what's his name? I don't know how to say his name correctly. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna say it very wrong. No, Udon. I've been calling him Udon, and I'm very aware that I'm pronouncing their names incorrectly. I am trying my hardest to say their names correctly. I literally like in these recordings I've been searching up how to say the names, and I don't know why. It's just my mouth is not mouthing and not working with me to say the names correctly. So I do severely apologize for that. So I'm gonna still keep tampering around, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, please join my empire. And if you want to check out the other two parts, you can check out part one. Part one was Udon's route. If you want to check out part two was Septon's route. I should have probably said this at the beginning of the video, but if some of the stuff I've been saying throughout the video is like relating to other routes, I highly recommend for you to go look at those other two routes that I played on my channel so you can at least understand what's happening. And I can't wait for this game to update, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, love you guys. Bye bye bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And my recording.